Said the sky outside was actually blue, the grass was green, the air was fresh, and there was no toxic gas at all. But no one believed what Allison said. They all thought she had gone crazy. At that moment, Jack rushed over and tried his best to calm her down, but the more he tried, the more emotional Allison became. To prove that she was right, Allison had no choice but to say those words.
I want to go out!
Jack's mind instantly went blank. He had no idea why his wife was acting this way, but as the sheriff, he had to uphold the law, so he personally arrested his wife. Meanwhile, the silo's law enforcement officers began preparing Allison to go outside. Before she exited, Jack came to the cell to say a final goodbye. Allison firmly believed that she would not die outside, because the images on the screen were fake, shown by the silo's leaders to deceive everyone.
If it's so wonderful outside, why would they not want us to go out?
She knew that without solid proof, her husband would never believe her, so she made an agreement with him after she went outside. If the world was truly barren and full of toxic gas, she would not clean the camera lens. She would wave goodbye and accept the consequences of being wrong. But if the outside world was blue skies and white clouds, filled with life and beauty, then she would clean the camera lens and climb over the hill to uncover the truth. Soon, the officers dressed Allison in a protective suit. Without hesitation, she walked out of the silo. At the same time, everyone gathered in the cafeteria, staring at the big screen. They watched as Allison slowly stepped outside and looked around. Jack, from the screen in the jail cell, witnessed everything. Not long after, Allison walked up to the camera and began to wipe the lens. The crowd erupted in cheers. A relieved smile appeared on Allison's face. Jack could hardly believe what he was seeing. Then Allison began walking toward the hill, but after only a few steps, the thing Jack feared most happened. She suddenly collapsed to the ground and never stood up again. Her death planted doubt in Jack's heart, because she had cleaned the camera lens. So Jack voluntarily asked to go outside, hoping to uncover the truth. After putting on the suit, he stepped out of the silo without hesitation. Once again, everyone gathered before the cafeteria screen. When Jack walked outside, he was completely stunned by what he saw. The world outside was exactly as his wife had described. Blue skies, green grass, and birds flying in the air. He wanted to tell the residents of the silo the truth, so he turned and walked toward the camera. He wiped the lens clean with a piece of wool. The residents cheered once again. But at that moment, Jack suddenly began to struggle to breathe. His legs started to give out. Soon, just like his wife, he collapsed to the ground. To everyone's shock, before he died, he removed his helmet. The residents of the silo were stunned, because no one had ever done that before. With the last of his strength, Jack crawled to his wife's side, and then, like her, he fell forever in the ruins. Among all the people watching, only Juliet understood why Jack took off his helmet.